You guys, I'm sitting here with Wendy Backlund, mystical instructor, mother extraordinaire, and we were just talking about how backward it is to try and become something that we think we're supposed to be by defining ourselves by what we do. And Wendy was was spitting gold about this whole thing. So Wendy, can you tell us, just share with us again, what were you saying about being who God says we are according to our design versus our past or whatever?
Right. Yeah. What I discovered is that most people try to define themselves by their past experience. This is what I've done, therefore this is what I am. And God began to tell me, I don't require you to do anything that you're not. He's just trying to get us to understand who we are so we can do it. He said, we're smart enough to know that you don't define an apple tree as an apple tree because it's had apples. We call it an apple tree because it was created to have apples. And if it dies before it has apples, we still call it an apple tree, right?
True. Yeah, that's what it is.
So when he started telling me that I was an author, it was like, how can I call myself an author when I've never written books? And he said, Wendy, even if you die before you've ever written a book, in heaven you'll be known as an author, not because you've written a book, but because you were created to write books.
Oh my gosh.
And that shifted everything. That's when I was able to actually release books and begin to write, because I thought, well, how hard can it be if I was created for that? And when it says, be ye holy as I am holy, he's not trying to get you to become holy. He's trying to define you as holy, therefore you can be holy. And so it's not about your circumstance or your past experience. It's about the created DNA within you. He'll never require you to do something you're not.
Wendy, that's so good and so true. You guys, those of you still living from the past, still operating from what you've experienced yourself versus what's actually true about who you are because of what God says, it's time to just let that go and just accept what he already says about you, what you already are, based on who he is, not based on your own perception of.
That's right. Because you can't do what you don't think you are. So we have to change who we think we are to be able to perform it. Because otherwise you're opposing yourself. If you're trying to do something you don't think you can, there's a part of you that's actually preventing you from doing it.
Right. And that whole experience is just really conflictual and unrewarding.
Oh yeah.
It's just a nightmare.
It is.
So just let it go. Give yourself over to trusting that he's right.
Yeah.